Hi there, it's me Sanjay here. Welcome to Data Analytics Masterclass Day 21. So in the session, we are going to work on Seaborn, which is also one of the data visualization library. So this is a little bit advanced than the Matplotlib library, which is also being used for lot wide variety of visualization charts, generating and those things. I hope you guys all are really excited for the session. So before that, I would like to welcome the people who are all present here. The first message, which is by Sumedha. Hi Sumedha, how are you? And Satya Beswal, hi. And Megha Agarwal, hi. Good evening. And Jamilur Rahman, hi. Good evening. Rachita, hi. Rushikesh Reddy, hi. Good evening. And Hariharan, good evening. And Pratik, hi. And Farman Khan, hi. Kanlika Agele, hi. Kaviyarasu, hi. And Jamilur Rahman, hi. Good evening. Divyesh, hi. Sunny, hi. Shadana, hi. Kavi Soni, hi. Purushottam Thakur, hi. Good evening. Ranjan Kumar, hi. Good evening. Raj Kumar, hi. Satish, hi. Kirti, hi. Sheshmani, hi. Good evening. And Lipun Naik, hi. Ayush, hi. And Pramod, hi. Good evening. Shiva Kumar, hi. Kirti, hi. Sadhana, hi. Monisha. And Jessa Ketan and Lipun Sudish. So thank you so much, guys. And Durgesh Chauhan, hi. Hello, guys. Hello. How are you doing, guys? It's really wonderful. Thank you so much for your warm welcome. So I hope you guys are super excited for the session. So before going out to the session, I have a certain announcement. So if you are going to stay till the end, so the participants who are all present here, if you're going to stay till the end, you are going to get a little bit surprise that I'm going to provide you the irresistible offer. I think you already seen in your mail. So we are going to provide that suspense offer. Okay, so if you really need to know about that offer, you just want to stay till the end. Another main thing I can give some hint. The hint is Elon Musk. Okay, so that is going to be the hint. Okay, I'm going to give that like it is a really it is a irresistible offer, guys. So please stay till the end. So I hope you guys are all super ready for the session. If you are super ready for the session, you just post I'm super ready Sanjay in your live chat. Okay, thank you so much, Sudesh. Thank you so much, Vaishali. Thank you. Hi, Prashant. Hi, Chaitanya. Hi, guys. Hi. Okay, so let us go for the session. This session is about Seaborn, which is a data visualization library. So let us go directly to the mind map of the Seaborn. Okay, so let us open the mind map of Seaborn. Click open. Okay, so another main thing, guys, so a lot of people may think this visualization is not maybe necessary, but it is also highly necessary, guys. Not only about the input display, it is also going to be helpful for displaying the output or end results. So for an example, if the algorithm is drawing a chart, so definitely on that time or on that instance, that will be really helpful for showing like a graphical or chart based representation. So like accuracy versus the loss graph, or like a regression, that line drawing graph. So that is what it is highly necessary. So while talking about the Seaborn library, so this is also like it is going to be based on a matplotlib, which is going to be used for data visualization, especially statistical graphics. Other than that, so apart from the matplotlib, it is also going to have lot of themes and lot of chart kind of options in the Seaborn. So while talking about the difference between the Matplotlib and then Matplotlib and then Seaborn is Seaborn, which is going to have more number of themes and an interface, which includes lot of charts, lot of plots. Likewise, we can use lot of charts and then plots in the Seaborn when compared to the Matplotlib. Even though Matplotlib is also fine, but apart from it, there are a lot of themes and then lot of color like a palette and lot more things which is all present in the Seaborn. And second one, which is Seaborn is more comfortable in handling a pandas data frames. So while talking about the data frame, I hope you all familiar and I hope you all know about the data frames, right? So while talking about the data frames, with the help of the Seaborn, so when comparing it with the Matplotlib, so this Seaborn can able to handle the data frame format in a better way. So with the data frame format, you can able to access the different part of the certain data, and also we can able to represent in a different kind of charts and then graph plots. So with the help of the Seaborn library, so this is the main difference between the Matplotlib and then Seaborn. As well as if you are using the Matplotlib library to access some certain data, and if you are visualizing some graph, and we can also apply Seaborn library for applying additional graphics like dark mode or paper or something like that. So that kind of theme can be added with the help of the Seaborn library. That is the main specialty about it. Okay, so while talking about the plots, guys, so here it has lot of plots which you can able to draw with the help of Seaborn. The first one is distribution plot and join plot, pair plot, rug plot, KDE plot, bar plot, box, and then violin plot, regression plot. So regression plots, I think yesterday itself we have seen. So how the certain algorithm which is going to draw a line which is going to fit for the maximum data point. So fitting that line in the maximum data point, which the responsibility which is going to be taken by the algorithm or the model which you are going to use. Apart from it, if you want to draw that in a graphical representation, that can be drawn easily by with the help of the Matplotlib and then Seaborn library. So, and then heat maps. So heat maps in the sense, if you want to draw some accuracy charts. So what does mean by accuracy chart? So for an example, if you have more number of classes or more number of outputs, then you are going to show in a certain kind of graph plot. So what does mean by the heat, guys? So for an example, for what to say, if there is any slider, so if you have seen a color palette, so in one end it will be dark, and on the another end it will be completely white color, right? So it is like a gradual decrease about the colors intensity, right? That is like a heat maps. So whenever that heat map which is giving the dark color, which means it is having a great accuracy or high accuracy, whereas if it is giving a very light color, that means it is a less accuracy. For an example, 0.1 and 0.9, these are the two coordinates. So if you are drawing it like, if you are going to show it based on a heat maps, then it will give the heat maps in the format of like light color, that is a 0.1, and 0.9, which is the dark color. So that is the heat maps. And then palettes like color palettes and count plot, as well as like a swarm plot. So likewise, we may have lot of plots as same as like the yesterday session. Here also I'm going to give some tips to work on based on the documents. Okay, so how to use that and those things, I'm also going to discuss that. So before that, let us practice some of the exercise. I hope you all super ready for the exercise. Please open your Google Colab notebook. So our same is like let us go for the initialization. So on that initialization, here we are going to install that by using pip install Seaborn. I'm repeating it again, guys. The people who are all using PyCharm, or the people who are all using Conda Navigator, people who are all using other notebooks like IDLE or something like that, we just want to use this command, right? So pip space install space Seaborn. For an example, people who are all using IDLE, they need to use pip install space Seaborn in the command window. People who are all using Anaconda, they can use command like Anaconda's like a terminal. So on that Anaconda's terminal, so you can type conda install Seaborn. Whereas people are using PyCharm, so from the terminal, same as like you can use pip space install space Seaborn. Whereas the people who are all using Google Colab, we need to use the prefix symbol which is exclamatory, and then we need to put pip space install space Seaborn, and then import Seaborn as SNS. So of course you guys all know. So Seaborn.version. So it is going to import that Seaborn in the name of SNS, and it is going to give me the results of a version of that Seaborn, that is 0.11.1. Okay, you just please complete your installation or complete your importing libraries. And now what we are going to do is we are going to process one data set, guys. So here I'm going to have one data set. This data set which is based on the marks. Okay, so it is like how much hours they are spending their time in for studying, and their age, and do they have internet or not. So 1 means internet is there, and 0 means there is no internet for that people, and marks. So what is the mark they have scored? Okay, so even though this student have studied for 8.67 hours, and his or her age is 19, and he's having internet, and his score is 84.19. Okay, same as like here we have another score. For an example, let us take this 83. So she used to study for 7.96 hours and 16 age, and she doesn't have internet, and his score was 83.33. Okay, so this is normal data set which I have collected from the internet. Okay, so in this data set, so here we have hours, age, internet, and then marks. So here this hours is not about, so if the people used to study for 6 hours, so what actually we'll do, guys, we'll take up the mobile phone for each and every 5 minutes, and we'll check out or we'll switch over for each and every social medias. Like first of all, we'll go for Instagram and then Facebook and then LinkedIn. So how many of you people are doing that? So if you are doing that, you just put I do Sanjay in your comment box. Okay, because it is usual thing. So whenever you used to study, so we used to engage a lot more things in a mobile phone. So so if it is a 6 hours means, so 3 hours, that is actual time, right? So that these are all the data set. Okay, don't worry about the data set. We are going to use the data set to have the visualization charts with the help of the Seaborn. Okay, so what is in the format? This is already in the format of dataset.csv. First of all, what we need to do, we need to load the dataset. Okay, we have loaded already. Okay, dataset.csv, which is present here. If it is not so, you just click that and you just load the dataset if you have any dataset. Okay, just for a visualization, you can create your own dataset, or you can use the previous dataset which we have already did. Okay, so load dataset. First of all, pandas are speedy. I think you guys all know what is the purpose of using that. And import Seaborn as SNS. So dataset is equal to pd.read_csv of dataset.csv. We are going to load that complete dataset.csv file into my notebook. Okay, so which contains the name of dataset. Okay, whenever you need a dataset, you can call the dataset by using that variable called dataset. Okay, so let us explore the mind map, guys. In the mind map, as we have already discussed previously, it can able to process statistical graphs and those things, right? First of all, here we are going to draw, or we are going to show like a statistical relationship of the graph, and then data distribution. So where there is a distribution, like a data distribution visualization graphs, and then categorical data. How can you visualize the categorical data? And regression. How can you use Seaborn for the other graphs? So these are all the things which we are going to explore. First of all, statistical relationship. For an example, here we have two data, right? So like there are a lot of data. So especially hours, age, and then marks, or the number which are continuous, right? Whereas this internet, which is 1 or 0, it is like a binary. So 1 or 0, there is no intermediate like 0.5 or 0.6 or 0.2. Okay, so here we have very main data, which is all hours, age, and then marks. Okay, we are going to use these three data to show the statistical relationship, or data distribution, or categorical data, or regressions. Okay, so what we are going to do is, first of all, we have imported a data set. That's it, that's done, right? If you want to draw a statistical relationship, so hit here rel plot. What it is mean by that? This is like a relationship. Okay, relationship of plot of x is equal to hours. I'm going to use the x as a hours. Okay, what is mean by plot, guys? We need to pass the coordinates, a number of coordinates, n number of coordinates. So the first coordinate is equal to hours, and that is a y coordinate which I'm going to pass marks. Okay, x is equal to hours and y is equal to marks, comma hue is equal to age. What does mean by this hue? Actually, guys, on the yesterday session we have used some legends, right? So I hope you all remember the legend. If you remember the legends, you just post I remember Sanjay in your comment box, because that is the legend, that is the hue here. So it can able to categorize, or it can able to show it in a different color. And what is the data for this graph plot? Data is equal to data set. This is going to be the this is going to be the input data for that graph plot. So for an example, here we have the graph, the x-axis which is for hours, and y-axis which is for marks, whereas this hue which is for age. So for an example, if I'm going to hide this hue, I'm going to cut this and I'm going to run this. Okay, if you run this, it will remove that hue part. Okay, so I hope you understand the difference between using the hue and using without the hue. Okay, so I hope you understand this. So what is meant by hue? So it is like a legend, so it is automatically adding there, and it is giving that colorful presentation. Okay, so that is what is about SNS relationship. It is a statistical relationship. And another main thing, guys, on the before session itself we have discussed something. Whenever whatever will be the syntax, so it may be a computer vision syntax, it may be like matplotlib library. So in the Python, whatever the library or whatever the syntax which is contains lot of arguments, whenever you are not initializing a certain argument, it will automatically take some function as a default. Same as like here we haven't specified the type for this plot, so that's why the default type of this SNS relationship plot is a scatter plot. So that's why without specifying that type as scatter plot, since it is a default one, so it is automatically taken that scatter plot as a default, and it is just drawn like a scatter plot. Okay, what is the scatter plot? Which is about x-axis of hours, and y-axis which is about marks, and the hue which is going to be the age. I hope you understand. This is the statistical relationship. So REL plot, okay, SNS dot REL plot, x, y, hue, and then data. Okay, so and then statistical relationship is equal to line plot. What is about the line plot, guys? So it is also simple. So here we need to specify that kind, because as we have already discussed, what is that? If you are not specifying the kind, it is going to automatically take on the default. The default is a scatter plot, that is what it is already taken. But here we are going to draw the line plot. Okay, so for the line, so kind is equal to line, and style is equal to internet. So what does mean by this style? For example, guys, whenever you are drawing the line for the graph, so for an example, instead of plotting these are like dots, right? So I hope yesterday itself we have seen what is the scatter and what is the line, right? So here we have drawn the scatter plot. So scatter plot means like just pointing like a point. Okay, that's just a coordinates. Whereas here we are going to connect the dots. We are going to draw a line between each and every coordinates. So it may be completely cluttered because here we have huge data. Okay, but only thing apart from, so you just see the parameters, guys. So first of all, same as like SNS dot relationship plot of x is equal to hours, same thing. Y is equal to mark, same. And hue is equal to age, same thing. Data set is equal to data, same thing, guys. But since it is a line plot, we need to specify like kind is equal to line, comma, style is equal to internet. What does it mean by the style? Which means whenever you are drawing a line plot, then we can able to specify some styles. So what does mean by the style? So for an example, here from the data set, we are going to take that this column as a labels. So internet. So for 0, we are going to follow one style, and for 1, we are going to follow the another style. Okay, if we are following for marks, definitely it is really hard because there are a lot of marks, lot of style is not maybe possible. Whereas that's why we are going to pass this internet as our as our style. Okay, so style is equal to internet, so that it is just drawn. For 0, it will draw the normal line, whereas for 1, it will print like a dotted line. Okay, so that is the difference, or that is the another syntax or another argument which you can add it in the line graph, which is style. Okay, I hope you are clear with this. Same thing, guys. So whenever you need a hours category, so you can directly call by putting a double quotes. Inside the double quotes, if you are specifying the hours, it will access these throughout the data. If you are specifying the age, it will access these this complete data, internet, and then marks. So likewise, whenever you need a complete data, you can directly access by using that name or title. Okay, so that is what this means. So what is mean by internet? Internet is 0 and then 1. So it will follow one style for 0 and another style for 1, and this age are nothing but our hue. Okay, whereas it's just drawn a line graph between x and then y, since we have specified kind is equal to line. So that is what statistical relationship of line plot. Same as like here, if you want to draw the multiple things. So for an example, same as like here, SNS dot rel plot. Okay, say same thing, relationship plot of x is equal to hours, y is equal to marks, hue is equal to age, data is equal to data set. Whereas here you can split the data, guys. So for an example, here what are the data which we have? We have the data for both internet people, the people who are all having the internet, as well as the people who are all not having the internet, right? Instead, if you want to split out the data, if you want to split out the graph for individually the people who are all having internet and people who are all not having the internet, because our output or data is also binary, zeros or one. So that's why what we are going to do, so we are going to convert this graph into the splitted graph, one for the people who are all having internet and another for people who are all not having an internet. So for that, we need to specify column is equal to internet. So we are going to specify that, so that it is just going to split that data point or split that graph into two things. The first graph, which is going to represent for internet, is equal to 0, and this graph which is going to represent for internet is equal to 1. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this, and I hope you are following me. If you are clear with this, you just post I'm clear, Sanjay, in your comment box. Okay, so these are known as a statistical relationship, which is about multiple. Okay, so internet is equal to 0 and internet is equal to 1. So I hope you are clear with this. We just splitted our data. Internet is equal to 0 and then internet is equal to 1. Okay, we just splitted the graphical representation of the complete data based on the certain parameter, which is the internet, because the internet is a binary here, zeros or one. So instead, if you want to add multiple splitted graphs, that is also possible by passing that as in a variable or that as an argument under column. Okay, so call. Okay, so that is a statistical relationship which is about multiple. Okay, now let us go for the statistical now let us go for the distributions. Okay, data distributions, how the data is going to be distributed. So, and another main thing, guys, I hope you all remember what is mean by histogram. Okay, if you know the answer, you can post your answers in the comment box. What does mean by histogram, guys? Because we have yesterday we have seen what is mean by the histogram, because it is also highly necessary whenever you are publishing a paper. Definitely it may be. Okay, so that's why we need to know about the histogram. So if you know the answer, what does mean by that histogram means, you can put your answers in the comment box. What does mean by the histogram? Okay, if you want to display the histogram chart, what you need. Okay, that's my question. If you know the answer, you can put your answers in the comment box. So here what we are going to do is, so since it is a distribution, data distribution, so instead of SNS dot relationship plot, here we are going to draw SNS dot distance or distribution plot. Okay, so DIS of plot of data set, we are going to pass the data set, comma, x is equal to age. So for that certain single parameter, because what does mean by the distribution, guys? If it is a distribution, for an example, if it is a distribution, what is the main thing is, if the data is all here, so for an example, here we have this data, right? So this has data. So out of this data, each and every data, how it is getting distributed. So for an example, that is a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, if these are all the data, what is the distribution? So it is like a two kind of distribution, two division are there, right? So that is kind of distribution. So if you want to identify, that is also can be done with the help of the histogram. Okay, so here what is the thing we are now going to do is SNS dot distribution plot of dataset, comma, x is equal to age, comma, bin width is equal to 0.5 and hue is equal to internet. So if you run this, it is going to give us the output for the age. Okay, this is for the age, and we are also using the hue for it. Okay, if you don't want the hue, you can simply remove it and you can able to observe the output without that hue. Okay, this is without hue. Okay, so and another main thing, so instead of age, you can also load up with marks, and if you run this, it will try to plot that distribution plot for marks. So these are all like different for different marks, like from the 70 to nearly like 90. Okay, these are all for marks category. This is the data distribution for the normal histogram. And so here another main thing, guys, so here while talking about this bin for this plot, it is going to be automatically uptime, right? Whereas if you guys want to print that, or if you guys want to specify the bins, so what are the bins we are going to use? So if you want to do that, that is also can be done. So for an example, here I'm going to put the age same as like before. Okay, so age is it is going to be for 16, 18, 20, and then count, which is for 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, so and then 25. So these are all the columns and data, right? Whereas if you want to specify the bins, that is also possible by passing the SNS.distance plot of dataset, comma, x is equal to age, comma, bins is equal to, here I'm going to specify some bins, I'm going to specify some range. Okay, so what is that range? So here we have specified that range, that is 10, 11, 12, 13. So if you are seeing this data, there is no data or there is no count for 10, 12 up to 15. So that's why it is completely empty for 10, 12, 15. So and after that 15, here we have the data. So that is what it printed, because if you are seeing here, after the 15 only there is actual data. So you can use this method or you can use this method. Okay, so if you need to specify the bin, if you want to specify the range, so you can use this bins argument. Whereas if you don't want to do that, you can simply specify the bin width. Okay, so that is all up to here. So instead, if you want to add the hue also, that is also can be done. Okay, and then data distribution for multiple. So whenever you need a multiple data distributions, so if it is for distribution or is it for the previous a previous statistical relationship, so whatever the thing which you need, so you just want to, whenever you need another graph plot, so you can use the calls category. So same as like it is going to print it for separately for marks, so it is going to give a different graph for internet and different graph for internet is equal to 1. The people who are all having an internet and people who are all not having the internet. So for that, it is just shown the two multiple graphs based on the certain parameter, which is internet. So for this distribution plot, okay, so I hope you are clear with this. And then bivariate distribution, this is also another kind of distribution bar plot, sorry, distribution plot, where we need to specify SNS dot distance plot, distribution plot of dataset comma x is equal to h, y is equal to mark, q is equal to internet. So if you are simply specifying the two datas, like both the x and then y, it is going to plot the graph like this. This is known as the bivariate distribution of the graph plot. So this is what, as I've already told you guys. So heat map will also look like this, okay, but it will have a certain single color, so single or multiple color based on the variation. So if it is dark, then that value, that means that on that pixel or on that data, there it contains the maximum data or maximum value. Okay, out of 10, so there it will have a 10, whereas here the data will be 9, here the data will be 8, so it may be, and here the data will be, it may be like 0. Okay, so likewise these are known as like bivariate distribution when two inputs are passed, one is x as well as the y. Okay, and then data distribution for kernel density estimation, which is KDE. Okay, if you want to process that, you can simply process kind is equal to KDE. So simply you can run that, you can able to observe the KDE for KDE graph plot for the certain parameters. The x is going to be the age and y is equal to marks. So instead of type, which is instead of the previous type, so here we are specifying that kind is equal to KDE. So KDE means kernel density estimation. So I think you have seen some of the picture on thermal imaging. So how many of you have noticed that? If you have noticed that, you just post I noticed in your comment box. Okay, because whenever you are seeing that data distribution over the temperature, so whenever you are visualizing that like temperature about the certain map or so those things, that I think you have seen that graph plot. So that is what same as like here. Okay, here we have used the kernel density estimation graph, which is between age and then marks. Okay, and then data distribution for pair plot. So for an example, if you are going to use the same SNS for showing a more number of graphs from the single data set, you can simply use SNS dot pair plot of data set. So if you run this, it can able to give you the wide variety of different kind of plot in a single figure. That is the main thing which is about data distribution of pair plot. Okay, so if you are seeing here, so here in the y-axis, so here we have hours, age, and then internet, and then marks. So same as like hours, age, internet, and then marks. So hour versus hours, and age versus age. So it likewise it just form like a graph, okay, graphical representation or matrix. Okay, so here this in the x-axis, we have hours, okay, hours versus hours, age versus hours. Okay, this one is age versus hours, and this one is internet versus hours. And this graph is for marks versus hours. Same as like this one for hours versus age, and hours versus age versus age, and internet versus age, and this one is for marks versus age. Likewise, it can able to get the data from the data sets completely. So from the data set, how many data are there or how many columns are there. So for each and every column, it will put up a pair plot. So it will pair two data. So like for an example, so out of this data, first of all, it will pair hours and then age, and it will pair hours and then internet, and then it will pair hours and then marks. Again for age also, age for hours, and then age for internet, age for marks, and internet for hours, internet for age, internet for internet, and internet for marks. So likewise, it will do the pair plot between each other. If you need to do that, you can simply use the syntax called SNS.pairplot of dataset. Okay, and then categorical data. So if that is the categorical data, what you need to do that. So so for categorical, so what is mean by the categorical, guys? So categorical, which is simply then you can use the age or you can use the marks, because so if you are talking about this age here, the age which is already in the present of like category, because there is no any continuous number. Continuous, okay, but other than that, it is having very limited numbers like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Apart from it, there is no like 1 or 100 or 500 or something like that, right? So that's why I'm taking age as a category, or else that's your option to take internet as also a category. So here, if you want to process the categorical data, if your data is a categorical data, so based on your data, guys, you need to choose which kind of graph we are going to use. So SNS.catplot of x is equal to age and y is equal to marks, comma, data is equal to dataset, comma, q is equal to internet. Okay, if you are doing that, So it can able to show the categorical plot for the certain category, which is about age. Okay, so age and then marks and hue, which is going to be the internet. Okay, so based on the hue, which is an internet, apart from it, it is going to draw the categorical plot for age versus the marks. So for the age, which is the people for the people who are in the age of 15, what is the categorical data who in the marks of like 70? So 70, there is only one people who was having the internet. So likewise, if you are the data, if the data which you are using as a categorical data, then we need to go for the categorical plot. Okay, categorical with the scatter plot. Whereas if you want to specify the box plot, same categorical data, this is for what? This is for scatter plot, because we haven't specified the type here. Instead, if you want to specify, if you specify the category as a kind is equal to box, it's just to draw on the box plot for it. Okay, box plot with the for the categorical data by using the hue as an internet. Okay, so that's what it is, just drawn the graph for it. Okay, this is the box plot. Box plot for the categorical data, which is in the age and then marks. Okay, same as like if you are going to pass the internet also, that is also can be done. So you can pass simply the internet. Okay, and then what we are going to do, we are going for regression output. So what does mean by this regression output? So regression, I think we have already seen that. So whenever you are using an algorithm or anything, so for an example, especially a regression. So for an example, if you are using if you want to predict the house price, so tomorrow's or next month's house price, or if you want to predict the house price based on the land area. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to plot the existing data points like area comma price, area comma price, area comma price, area comma price. So likewise, we are going to drop out each and every data points in the certain graph. So after plotting the certain graph, what we need to do is by using the certain algorithm, we need to draw a line. It may be a curvy line, it may be a straight line based on the algorithm. So whenever you are drawing a line, that line need to be fitted for the maximum data points. So that is the main motive of that algorithm. If you want to display it, that is also can be displayed normally, or if you want to use this SNS, so here you can able to pass that as an input argument like x and then y. So instead you can pass x comma predicted output of our data set. So if you done that, so you can able to get the regression output graph. So here what is the main thing, guys? So here we have lot of data points. Out of that data points, there is a line which we are going to draw here, right? So here it may be simple, it may be looking like simple, guys, but whenever you are doing with a machine learning algorithm, that data point may be different. Okay, data point and the line may be different. Okay, so we have a lot of data points. So here we also only data points. So our main motive to draw the line which is going to cover the maximum data point. But if you want to show it in like with the help of that SNS plot, that is also can be done with the help of this line. Okay, this can be done with the help of by using this reg plot. Okay, reg plot means regression plot. Okay, and then this another plot. So here we are going to draw the another plot. So if the same kind of not like another plot, so same plot, but what we are going to do is we can able to specify the certain coordinates by passing us in a different markers. So for an example, this data set which contains both people who are all having internet and the people who are all not having the internet. So as we have already discussed previously, we can also use the split function, or you can also split that visualization chart for two category. That is a one option, whereas there is also another option by specifying with the different markers. So for an example, data is equal to data set and comma hue is equal to internet. So based on the hue internet, marker is equal to 0 comma x. So with the help of that, the people who are all having the internet, that data point which we plotted in the dot, whereas the people who are not having the internet, that will be plotted in the format of x. So likewise, you can specify that and palette, what kind of palette you need. So likewise, if you specify that, so it will draw with the help of that labels or with the help of that markers. Okay, this is the another graph. Okay, so and then the another main thing. So if you are using a matplotlib, guys, so if you are using for an example, if you are using matplotlib for drawing a sine wave. Okay, so here just a function. Okay, don't worry about the function. So what we did this, I hope you all remember what does mean by the linspace. If you know the answer, you just post your answers in the comment box. What does mean by the linspace, guys? Linspace of 0 comma 14 comma 100. What does this mean by that? Because we are going to get some certain range, or we are going to get some numbers. So for that number, we are going to draw a sine wave. Okay, what does mean by the sine wave, or how can you draw the sine wave? With the help of numpy.sine function. Okay, numpy dot sign of x plus I multiples of 0.5. So with the help of that, we are going to draw the sine wave. Since we have passed under the for loop condition or for loop, so we are going to draw the more number of graph. For an example, if I'm going to give 3, so it is going to draw a very less number of graphs. So like here we have only 2 plots, right? So instead, 1, it is going to start from 1 and then 2, right? So for an example, if I'm going to give 10, so let us see how that output it is going to be. There are 10 sine waves, right? So we have drawn multiple sine wave, but you can also use this SNS set context, because this graph plot which we have drawn with the help of the matplotlib library. So matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So with the help of that, we have drawn this sine wave. But if you want to change some certain context, or if you want to change some picture representation, that is also can be changed with the help of this SNS. The SNS dot set context or some other syntax. So for an example, here I'm going to put a poster and I'm going to run this. Okay, it looks like different, right? So this is like a poster, whereas if you want to put like a paper, you can put up a paper and you can run this. So it will call that function by having a certain theme. So it looks different, right? So it is very thin, the lines are very thin. So likewise, you can change whatever you want from this SNS by using it for the different graph plot which is drawn by the different library. Okay, that is the main advantage over here. Okay, and another main thing I wish to share with you guys, so please hold on a minute. Okay, Seaborn. Okay, so I'll discuss. I really want to show that to you. Okay, because it is also necessary, as I'm already telling you guys, don't depend on any YouTube videos or anything. Okay, you should be independent. That's our main motive. You need to be a developer. You should not be a normal learning from the courses. And since this complete course is based on the application based learning, we are going to learn based on the application, as same as like we are also practicing you for to become standalone people. Okay, so what you need to do is, first of all, you just visit this website, guys, Seaborn official website, by typing seaborn.pydata.org. Okay, you just visit this official website. I'm repeating each and every session I'm telling you guys, don't depend on that. So please try to be independent by visiting to the official like documentation page. So for an example, seaborn.pydata.org. So here we have tutorials or example galleries. So you can visit here. Okay, installation, because sometimes the version may be changed. To check out that, so you can able to check out by using this like official documentation pages. Okay, so here we are going to visit to the Seaborn page. So let us see here. Okay, so it is loading now. Okay, here, so here if you are seeing this graph, so these are like wide variety of graph, like a scatter plot, which is going to be useful for plotting, and also it is going to be helpful for categorizing, because the people, whenever you are going for the machine learning algorithms or machine learning projects, on that, as we have already discussed, there is another kind of methodology where there is an unsupervised learning is there. So on the unsupervised learning, we need to group out the data, so we need to categorize the data. For an example, if you have the data points like good data points and then bad data points, or if you have a cat data points and the dog data points, if you have multiple data points, if you want to categorize or if you want to group the data points based on a certain algorithm, so whenever you are showing it in a graphical representation, so for that we can use the Seaborn library. Okay, so here you just go for this user guide, guys. So you just go for this user guide here. So in the user guide here, the plotting functions which we have different categories, like visualizing statistical relationship, and visualizing distribution of data, and plotting with a categorical data, and visualizing regression model. So under that we have lot more types, so which contains other parameters too. And on the right side here we have multi-plot grids, plot aesthetics. So on the plot aesthetics we also have color palette. So likewise we have lot more syntax. So for an example, so let us go for this visualizing distribution of data. If you are going for it, so, and there are a lot of eggs, guys. So one thing, you can use the dataset which is loaded by the pandas library, or you can also use the another syntaxes which is also present in there. So only if you are working on the visualization, we can use it. We can use the Seaborn library to directly visualize the data without processing with the help of the pandas. Okay, for an example, so here in this plot there are a lot of plots by using different arguments or different things. So for an example, here we have another new kind is equal to ECDF. Okay, another main tips about the arguments, guys, don't worry about the arguments. So in each and every library, so if you are using NumPy or if you want to use like SciPy, so whatever the library, whatever the syntax, there may have lot of arguments. So based on our need, we need to use the certain argument, or else you can't, you don't want to use that argument because it is automatically, it is going to take the default argument. But other than that, if whenever you are talking about the arguments, there is a mandatory arguments and there are like optional arguments. So while talking about the mandatory arguments, so mandatory arguments which is responsible for giving you the output, so output based on the certain parameters. So for an example, if you want to draw the graph, definitely we need a coordinate. So coordinates in the sense, if it is a two-dimensional graph, we need x and then y. If it is a single dimensional plot, we need a x. Likewise, there are some of the argument which is a mandatory arguments, whereas at the some instance there are optional arguments. Based on our requirement, we need to choose what kind of graph we are going to use. So are we going to use the kind like bar or line or plot or scatter? So likewise, we need to use the different arguments for different application. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this, guys. If you are super clear with this, you just post I'm super clear Sanjay in your comment box. Okay, if you are seeing here, they have combined multiple graph plots and they have given like some kind of other additional plots here. Okay, likewise, you just try to visualize it. So based on your requirement, we need to choose different kind of plots and then graph. So here we have for categorical data. Okay, likewise, for more number of like different data, we have different kind of graphs and then chart plots. Okay, so I hope you all clear with this. This one is for categorical data, guys. For NumPy or for SciPy, for or for the Seaborn or Matplotlib, whatever it is going to be, try to study the documentation so that even though whenever you are working as a data scientist or engineer, it is going to be a better practice. Instead of going through the lectures which you have learned, you are going to go through the documentation. So that is the professional way, right? So so that is, it is for categorical data, guys. So it is like there are a lot of other plots too. Okay, if you are seeing here, so other plots too. So please do a hands-on, please try to play with all the time, guys. Okay, so while talking about the Python syntax or visualization charts or creating a dashboards or creating outputs, so try to play with the data. Okay, so likewise here we have a lot of graphs. Go there and try to copy it and try to put it for your data set and try to observe the like errors, guys. Try to find out how many errors you can able to find out by using a certain syntax. Okay, so that this is the right time. So I'm here for your instructing you, so for guiding you. So whenever you are using a new syntax from this official document, don't try to use the another syntax from forum pages and those things, because whenever you are using a certain syntax or certain command from the forum pages, they may be using a different kind of library version and you may use different kind of library version. Definitely you will face the error. Apart from it, if you are using a certain syntax from the official documentation, definitely that will be very helpful for you and that won't give that much error. If it is giving error, please feel free to take a screenshot and post it in the comment box or post it in the VIP groups. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this, and use this data set. I'll give it in the attachment section. So please use the data set, or you try to use the different data set and try to draw the graph which we haven't tried in our lecture. Okay, so that you will observe as many changes or as many output which you really need. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this, guys. So that's all up to this part. Okay, so and then 30-day success mindset. While talking about the 30 days success mindset, yesterday we have given list of some specific books, as well as you can also write by yourself that I read Atomic Habits, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I read Attitude is Everything. Because why I'm asking, why I asked you to write is because whenever you are writing and whenever you own a certain book in your place, definitely that will bring you to read that books, because reading a book, since it's also a good practice. Even if you are seeing a lot of successful people, they are reading the books. Even though if you are asking to the Bill Gates, so if you need something, Bill Gates, what you need, so if that is the question. For that question, he replied that I really want to read book fast, right? So that is what he needs. So that's what he asked even. Okay, so if there is a God, so what is the question means? So he is asking that, right? So what is that wish? That is a wish. So that's why please try to write down first. First of all, write down that I read Atomic Habits. Likewise, you just try to write the list of books and try to own little books. Okay, try to go for Attitude is Everything, because it is a very smallest book. Okay, so you can go for it first and then go for the biggest book. But first of all, you just choose your interest. Based on your interest, you just choose the book, even if it is a story books or even if it is a fiction or thriller. So it may be any book. First of all, try to start reading a book, and then we'll go for the motivational book, and then we'll try to go for the technical books. Okay, that is your extra day's task. I hope you all writing down. If you are doing it with me, you just post I am doing it with you, Sanjay, in your live chat. Once you have written things completed, you just take a snap of your date and the title, and take a snap and you just post it in the comment box below. Okay, and then today's success mindset class, which is our 21st day, list 3 of your unique talents or skills. Name something you are proud of. Okay, so you just list out what are all the things which is unique for you guys. For an example, some people can able to give a good presentation. Okay, whenever even though previously whenever we have conducted some live sessions, while interacting with them, some people are giving really great reviews. So for an example, on the previously we have asked to give the video kind of review. So on that video review, a lot of people have given the nice presentation. So that is a presentation skill or uniqueness among your friends or among your circle. So what are all the unique talents? So are you good at reading, or you good at taking notes, or you good at reading fast or learning fast or memorizing fast? Or likewise, you just write down what are the unique talents or skills which is present inside you. You just try to take your time, guys, to take at least 15 minutes and write it down. And also you just name something that you are proud of yourself. Okay, what you are about proud of yourself. Okay, so for an example, if you are asking to me, if it is very interesting. Okay, for an example, if I am working on some robots, okay, if I'm working on some electronics robots, I'll come, if I really love that, I'll work even if it is a morning. Okay, next day morning. Even I can able to give you the real example that we have created some dancing bot actually. So on the time I spend a lot of time for writing the program and adjusting the hardware. So after coming into this company, I just started working on writing a program for that dancing bot. So on the time, actually, when I completed that project, which was on the time of 3 a.m. okay, which is next day 3 a.m. early morning, you can also ask. Okay, you can also tell. Okay, that is what. So what is your interest? So what you are proud of yourself? Okay, so likewise, you just write down everything. Okay, definitely we are going to do some task with the writing down. So write down notes, because we have a lot of notes with us, right? So with the help of that notes, we are going to do some physical task as well. Please write it down, don't miss out that thing. Okay, so please go through the each and every success mindset. If you missed out, please go through the previous sessions and please try to write down. Okay, so I'm also writing down, guys. Okay, so and then we are also providing the internship program, which is on the price of 999, where you will get what is the difference between the normal webinar and then internship. In the internship, first of all, you will get 30 days of video lecture, and you will get source code, and you will get PowerPoint presentation, and you will get mind map, and you will get the support and weekly live. We are already about in the plan, and you will get complete 30-day video lecture for 60 days of validity, and also you are also going to get the job assistant. We are already planning it for within a very short span of time. We are about to launch a job assistance, and we are also going to provide the skill set, because apart from the skill set, we also need a mindset, guys. Because if you are talking about the Sundar Pichai, so if he is spending, or if he is only good at skill set, definitely he'll be an employee. But apart from it, he is also good at leadership skills, taking a decisions and mindset. So with the help of that only, he now become a CEO of Alphabet. So that is the main difference between normal skill set and then mindset. Even though if you are having a 20% of the skill set and 80% of the mindset, you can be successful. But if you are having 80% of the skill set and 20% of the mindset, so you can't go to the next level. Okay, that is what the special about the mindset. We are also about to provide the mindset course also for you. Okay, these are like only for the people who are all paid under the paid community. Okay, so this actual price which is 999, but still now the webinar is going on, so that's why we are giving this course for 590 rupees. And now it's time to reveal the irresistible offer. So before that, you just tell me, guys, what is this picture? How many of you guys watch this picture or watch this character? Okay, if you know the answer, you can post your answers in the live chat. Okay, so what is this, guys? What is that? What is this character? How many of you people watch this? Okay, so let us have a very nice interaction. Okay, what is this picture, guys? If you know who is he, you can post your answers in the live chat. Okay, so who is he, guys? Okay, if you know the answer, you can post your answers in the live chat. Animal, is it a Terminator? Is it a Terminator? Are you sure? Are you sure? Have you watched this character in the Terminator movie? Divyesh Parmar have given the first answer, which is Spider-Man 2 negative character. Yes, of course. And Sai Vivek have given the right answer, which is Dr. Octopus. Yes. So two people have given the first answer, which is Spider-Man 2 negative character, and Dr. Octopus, Spider-Man villain. Okay, so that's the thing, guys. So villain of old Spider-Man 2. Okay, so there are a lot of people are giving the right answer. Yeah, this is the character which is from the Spider-Man 2 movie, the Dr. Octopus. So guys, how many of you people have watched this video clearly? Because if you haven't watched after the session is completed, you just go to the YouTube and you just type Spider-Man 2 Octopus forum launch. Okay, you just put the like that and you just to see that video. So if you are seeing that video, so on that video, they used to inject some needle in their brain tissue. So what is that? So in that backbone, and apart from it, they'll keep some electrode on that his back head. Okay, they're like a medulla oblongata. So on that place, they'll place some electrode. So that will be helpful for controlling this robotic arm with the help of this his brain. So that is the technology, or that is the concept which is known as a brain computer interface technology. How can you able to interface your brain with the computer? Okay, so with the help of that, you can able to control some applications, so control some appliances. So for an example, if I made a single eye blink, so eye blink from the brain waves, the light should on. For an example, if I'm being attentive for like if I'm concentrating on certain thing, so vehicle or wheelchair should move. If I'm not concentrating, so vehicle should stop. So this kind of application, it can be developed with the help of the concept or technology called brain computer interface technology, where Elon Musk is also working on it by the company called Neuralink, where they have placed the chip on the brain's head. So with the help of that, they are doing lot of analysis. So same that kind of brain computer interface technology. So one thing, you can directly inject that needle into your brain, or else you can simply place the electrode like this. So for an example, here I've weared some headset, right? So likewise, I can put up, or I can stick some electrode in my head, and I can able to get the data from your brain. So that is known as a brain computer interface technology. It is an advanced brain technology when compared to the artificial intelligence. Even still now, there are a lot of people are telling that artificial intelligence is great, that it is a future technology. Same as like brain computer interface technology, which is also going to be more advanced than artificial intelligence. It is a combination of brain computer interface technology and then artificial intelligence. It is going to be a greatest technology, where it is going to solve a lot of problem of like brain disorders or brain kind of paralyzed people. That kind of advanced technology, do you want to know about that course, or do you want to know about the technology more, guys? Do you want to know? If you want to know about that BCA technology in detail, you just post I need to know, Sanjay, in your comment box or live chat. Okay, if you really want to know about that BCA technology, so if you really want to work on that as a hands-on, if you want to interface your brain with the computer around, if you want to play some games on the brain computer interface technology, if you really want to know, or if you really want to learn the technology, because this is advanced than that thing, like future and then future. Okay, so are you guys want to know about that? So if you want to know about that, you just post I want to know, Sanjay, in your live chat. Okay, so Rushikesh, yes, yes, he posted that, and Divyesh, I need to know, and Rushikesh, yes. Okay, so and then Prashant Jain posted, I need to know, and Ganjan Kumar, I need to know, and Sashmita, ma'am posted, I need to know, excited, I need to know, Kiran, I need to know. There are a lot of people are posting, I need to know. So it's time to reveal the shocking bonus, guys. What is the shocking bonuses? Are you guys excited for that? So it is simple, guys. So what is the main thing? So I would like to give another introduction about that brain computer interface masterclass course, because what is the main thing is main advanced thing. So here in this course I've given that brain computer interface technology, which is done with the help of this brain sense device. So for an example, here we have controlled a robotic car with the help of the brain, and also another concepts also here. For an example, here we have also played some game here. Okay, so this is brain sense with Arduino. So for an example, this is the brain sense with visualizer. So here I have played some game with the brain sense. Okay, so so for an example, okay, so he started speaking. So if you are talking about this course, oh, I'll be attentive to break the tin. Okay, so this is all like it is like another game. Okay, it is a meditation game, and this is the attention game. So likewise, I have played some of the game here, and also we have controlled some robotic car with the help of my brain, which is just only based on the attention. So if I am attentive, the car will move forward. If I am not attentive, the car will be stopped. Okay, so that is what this kind of project. So here I'm just showing my car here. So whenever I'm being attentive, so the car will move forward, or else the car will be stopped. Okay, likewise, this is the course, guys. So this is the course of brain computer interface technology. Okay, so guys, the people who are all going to register today, I'm going to provide this brain computer interface course for free. Okay, so how many of you people are thinking that this is a irresistible offer? If it is so, then you just post it is superb, Sanjay, in your live chat, because the people who are all going to register for data analytics masterclass or machine learning masterclass or AI masterclass, okay, today, so it is like, I think it is about for okay, for tomorrow. So so there is a 2 days, so today and then tomorrow's midnight. So within this period, the people who are all going to register for any of the three course, either data analytics masterclass or artificial intelligence masterclass or machine learning masterclass, either any one masterclass, if you are going to register within now, okay, so its time starts now, okay, 4:58 now, right? So the people who are going to register for any of the courses now, those people are going to get this brain computer interface course, which is worth of 499 rupees for absolutely free. Okay, so for an example, so if you register for this brain computer interface course, so I'm going to give this course for free, guys. Okay, so yeah, there are a lot of people are giving eager, superb in your live chat. So I'm going to give this complete course. This is nearly like very less number of count or less number of time interval, because it is not for 30 days, but it is really beneficial for you. You will get complete idea about the MATLAB, you will get complete idea about the Arduino, and as well as how to use this BrainSense device. Okay, and also if you really need a BrainSense device, you can also get that from us. You can ping to my LinkedIn link. I hope you guys are having my LinkedIn link. So if you really want to connect with me, you can also connect with me the LinkedIn link. If you really want this BrainSense device, so once you have completed the course, once you are working on this course, if you really want to do as a hands-on, so if you want to interface your brain with the computer, and if you want to do some projects on BCI technology for your final year or for pre-final year or mini project, so it is not worth for, it is worth for final year projects. So likewise, so that project can be done on Raspberry Pi. So if you purchase this BrainSense device, you can do with the Arduino projects or Raspberry Pi or MATLAB. So there are three options where you can able to interface this device with that. So if you really want to know about how it is working, how it is the brain, how the brain is working, and how can you obtain that signals, so likewise this can be obtained from this brain computer interface technology course. I'm repeating again, guys, the people going to start registering before that, like after that 4:58. Okay, the from now the people are who are all going to register for any one course. So any one, in the sense, you may register for machine learning masterclass, you may register for data analytics masterclass, or you may register for machine learning masterclass. Any one masterclass. If you are going to register for any one masterclass, we are going to provide this brain computer interface course for absolutely free for you. The people who are already registered, you are not going to get that, but because people previously they may register for data analytics, don't ask for BCI now. From now, so I'm going to start it from now. So from the 5 p.m. today, the people who are all going to register for either of any one course, that people are going to get BCI course for absolutely free, which means for 590 rupees, you are going to get two courses. One is brain computer interface masterclass, as well as your either or option. So it may be like a BCI with machine learning, BCI with data analytics, BCI with artificial intelligence course. Okay, so I hope you guys are excited about this irresistible offer. So if you really want that, so it is a limited time and limited slots are available. Tomorrow midnight the offer is going to be closed. If you really want this now, don't waste your time and click the link given in the description and register for the internship as soon, guys. Okay, if you really want that link, I can also share you the link. So from that link you can register for it, or else go for the description. If you want to register for data analytics, you just click the link and register for it. Okay, so guys, if you have any questions, you can ask your questions now. Kiran, survey register many days before, give us a course or a course for free. No, it is not possible, sorry. I'm really sorry for that, because this offer is only for today and then tomorrow. Okay, so the people who are all going to register today and then tomorrow before the midnight, that people are going to get the BCI course free. Other than that, the people who already registered, you are not going to get that BCI course for free. Okay, if you really want, you want to register for again 499. Okay, this is for completely for today and then tomorrow, guys. Okay, guys, is there any technical questions? Do you have any technical questions? If you have any technical questions, you can ask me now. Okay, so I'm waiting for your questions. What covered in internships and all? If like if you are talking about a data analytics masterclass, it is a 3-day session, 3-day video lecture, which includes Power BI, like BI tools, Excel, statistics, and then databases like SQL and then MongoDB, and then machine learning basics, and then deep learning basics. This is what you are going to get from the internship. Guys, if you really want this brain computer interface masterclass for free, just start registering now. This is the right time to register this for internship, any internship. It may be data analytics, it may be a machine learning, it may be artificial intelligence, it may be anything. Okay, so if you really want, you can register for it now. Okay, okay, if you really want, if you give some time, I can share you the link for registering for 3 masterclass. Okay, give me a second. Guys, do you have any other technical questions? If there is any technical questions, you can ask now. Okay, so I've copied the first link for registering AI masterclass. Okay, sorry. First of all, I'll give the link for data analytics masterclass. Okay, so if you really want, you can register. So DA and then link. Okay, for 590 rupees. So I've given the data analytics masterclass link, guys. Okay, you guys just please check it out from the comment box or live chat. Okay, and then I'll give the link for AI masterclass. Okay, I'll copy this. Okay, I'll give the link for AI masterclass. Okay, you just go through the agenda, guys. You just go through the agenda and register for it. Okay, and then now I'll give the link for machine learning masterclass. Okay, I've given 3 links, guys. Okay, so 3 link which is given in the live chat. So if you really want that, you just click that link, click any one of the link and register for any internship now. So it may be either data analytics, it may be either artificial intelligence, it may be either machine learning. So if you are registering for either any one of the masterclass, you are going to get this brain computer interface masterclass absolutely free. Okay, so I hope you all will do that, and I hope you all guys are going to register for this internship. And still now we are running out of time. Okay, so now it's time to end the session, guys, and please don't waste your time. This is the 1 day offer to only like it is going to end on tomorrow's midnight. Okay, so click any one of the link which is given in the live chat and click the link and register for any of the one of the masterclass, and you're going to get the brain computer interface masterclass for you for absolutely free. Okay, so that's all up to the session, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the people who are all interacted here, and don't forget to do the success mindset. Definitely that is going to change your life, and that is going to give you the clean path to reach the destination or to achieve a greater like it may be a like skill level, or it may be a job level, or it may be like to build up a better attitude, or it may be helpful for developing yourself to get a better financial status as well. Okay, likewise you are going to get a lot more benefit from the success mindset, so you won't realize now, but definitely once the completion is done, so definitely you'll get an idea about your clear career. Okay, so that's the importance of that. So you are going to build your attitude and build your mindset. Okay, so please do it with me. So thank you once again. Thank you so much. It's me, Sanjay, signing off. Until then, bye. We'll see you on the tomorrow session.